Hoffenheim have had a tricky start to the season. Tonight in the DFB Pokal, they face one of German football's grand old institutions. Nurnberg are in form and up for springing a surprise. Nurnberg were the first ever winners of this tournament all the way back in 1935, and in the 20s and 30s they were a major force. Memories of those glory days may have faded, but the current vintage is coached by German football royalty in Miroslav Klose, and his team has scored 15 goals in their last 3 matches, including a dizzying 8 at the weekend. Hoffenheim qualified for Europe last term. They're fighting on 3 fronts. The league form has been patchy, with just 2 wins in the first 8 match days, but they are chasing a 3rd straight home victory in all competitions. Hoffenheim have never been past the quarter-finals of this competition, but they have reached that stage 7 times. As for Nuremberg, they have won the trophy on 4 occasions, the last of which was in 2007. It'll feel like an opportunity for these two. The round of 16 takes place in early December. Now these clubs would love to make a deep run in this tournament.
Das war gut, aber das geht noch besser.
Both of these sides nearly went out in round 1, though they needed penalty shootouts to progress. Hoffenheim squeezed past Würzburger kickers, and Nuremberg knocked out Saarbrücken, who had an incredible run last term, got all the way to the semi-finals, and they knocked out 3 Bundesliga teams. They beat Bayern München, beat Borussia Mönchengladbach, and they dumped out Eintracht Frankfurt, but out of this season's competition, thanks to Nuremberg. It's been a tough campaign so far for Hoffenheim. Ended last season strongly, and that was enough to get them a place in the Europa League for this campaign, but they've been rather up and down in that competition. And that patchy form has been replicated in the league. There is Miroslav Klose, Germany's record scorer, 71 goals for his country, bringing some of that attacking verve and flair to Nuremberg. His team selection tonight suggests that he believes a win is possible. He's gone strong. Famous name, coaching a famous club. No one has as many goals in World Cup finals matches as Miroslav Klose, 15 in all. Hoffenheim hopeful that a tumultuous season is slowly improving. On the right track, Miroslav Klose, and Nuremberg will hope to knock them off that track tonight. Always something special about a cup game under the lights, and tonight is no exception. The way these two have started the season, we should be in for goals tonight.
Gewohnt an mit der Bank. Die Nummer 37, mit der 4, Drexler mit der 7,
mit der 8, they've won 5-1 on 3 occasions.
Zunächst auf der Bank André Kramaric, die 29, Jakob Brunner.
They would love another 5-1 victory tonight.
Stanley Sophie. Liebe TSG-Fans, bitte begrüßt mit mir unseren Cheftrainer. Hier ist Pellegrino!
It's Hoffenheim against Nuremberg in the DFB Pokal's second round. Both teams progress thanks to penalty shootout wins in round 1.
Unsere Nummer 11, Florian!
Hoffenheim looking to
der Nummer 16,
another strong run in the competition. They reached the last 8 on 7 different occasions.
Der Nummer 19, David! Die 21 gehört Marius!
For Nurnberg, it was a tough start to the season, but they've improved of late. They've put together a 3-match winning streak in the league. Now they look to take that form into the DFB Pokal, and they're looking to make a statement in southern Germany tonight by knocking out a Bundesliga team that finished in the top 7 last term. And it could be a night for Julian Justvan making a point. Wasn't really given a consistent chance to shine in Zinsheim, but he is loving life in Franconia. He's been involved in 7 goals across his last 3 appearances. Nurnberg have scored 15 times in that spell. He's been involved in nearly half of those goals. He did score a hat-trick at the weekend in that 8-3 victory against Jan Regensburg. Hoffenheim make 5 changes from that goal of straw at Heidenheim on Sunday. Brazilian Artur Chaves makes his DFB Pokal debut. David Jurasek, Umut Tuhumju and Pavel Kadajabek all come into midfield, while Haris Tabakovic gets a chance to shine in attack. Jandre Bischoff and Soki Pras and the club's record scorer Andrej Kramaric all drop out. And Oliver Baumann, both very experienced captains. Referee tonight, Timo Gerak. Experienced referee with Bundesliga experience. There is no VAR tonight. Nurnberg already going for it. Just 2 changes from the side that won 8-3 against Jan Regensburg. A change in goal as Christian Batania replaces regular number 1 Jan Reichert. Youngster Berkay Yilmaz comes in for Danilo Suarez on the left. The 19-year-old makes his debut in this competition. Stefanos Simas has 5 goals in his last 4 games. Mahir Emreli has scored in his last 2 appearances. Pellegrino Matarazzo has strong ties to Nurnberg. Spent 11 years with the club as a player for the second team and then a coach at youth and reserve team level until he left to join Hoffenheim's youth department. So the club still has a special place in his heart. And with Justvan back in Zinsheim, it is a night for reunions. Pressure's on Hoffenheim. It's a fragile recovery they've made of late. Haven't scored in their last 2 competitive games. Whereas Tabakovic will hope to aid the turnaround, having joined from Hertha Berlin in the summer, and he's got a good record in this competition with 3 goals in 5 matches. Chilly evening in late October, but Nurnberg's travelling supports looking to turn up the heat. They have travelled in their thousands tonight to push their team along. All eyes on Julian Justvan. It's 4 goals in 8 DFB Pokal games, and he played for Hoffenheim in round 1 and scored the winning penalty as they made it through to round 2. He left the club not long after that. Hoffenheim fans will have to do their bit tonight. Match the noise coming from the travelling support. Big games are coming thick and fast for Hoffenheim, fighting on 3 fronts, the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal and the Europa League. Tonight is no exception as they take on second-tier opposition in Nuremberg, but one of the biggest names in German football and a club that is in terrific form. 3 wins on the spin and a total of 15 goals scored across those 3 matches. I'm your match commentator Kevin Hatchard. this second round tie, a place in the last 16, up for grabs tonight. And the first yellow card is shown with 35 seconds on the watch, and it is Stefanos Zimas. He's only 18, he's been a big hit with Nurnberg. He's got 5 goals in his last 4 games. Greek title last season with PAOK. A lot of PAOK fans who are disappointed to see him go. He's a rising star, Stefanos Zimas. Here's 5 changes made to the lineup tonight by Hoffenheim boss Pellegrino Matarazzo. It's an unusual pass, and it just about worked out well. Hoffenheim are only 3 points above the relegation zone in the Bundesliga. They've won just 2 of their first 8 games. They've conceded 17 goals in those 8 league matches. Made a similarly patchy start to the season, but they have won their last 3 matches in the second tier. They're up to 8th as a result of that, and at the weekend they put 8 goals past Jan Regensburg in an 8-3 victory. Anton Stark, who is largely known as a central midfielder, but playing in central defence tonight, just as he did in the goalless draw on Hoffenheim on Sunday. German international who wants to be forcing his way into the thoughts of Julian Nagelsmann, the former Hoffenheim coach. Nagelsmann was the youngest Bundesliga coach in history when he was given the Hoffenheim job at the age of 28. Got away from here Emreli, Azerbaijan international. So red-hot strike force that Nurnberg have tonight with Zimas and Emreli. Away cheaply. Seized upon by Stark. There's Florian Grilic, so experienced, the Austrian. For Buildup to chase, who has licence to roam tonight, to support the front 2, Adam Plojek and there's Tabakovic. Trying to hold it up, but it was whipped away from him. Stark. With plenty of possession, looking for a 3rd straight home win. Dynamo Kiev here in the Europa League, and then saw off Bochum 3-1 in the Bundesliga. Bochum are the bottom team in the top flight right now. Paguma. Buildup. Suspicion of offside there, but the flag didn't go up. There is no video assistance for the officials tonight. Yanda. It's a young team, the 2 central midfielders tonight at 21. Berkay Yilmaz on the left is 19. Villadsen on the right, 22. Nürnberg's average age in terms of their starting 11 this season, around about 25. That is young. Problem here for Zimas. He's not the best of starts. He's been booked, and now he's been caught. There is Miroslav Klose, the coach of Nurnberg. German football legend. He is the German national team's all-time leading scorer with 71 goals in 137 caps. A record 15 goals in World Cup finals matches. And at club level, he twice did the league and cup double with Bayern. He also won the Coppa Italia with Lazio. There is Pellegrino Matarazzo, his opposite number. 11 years player and coach at Nuremberg. He played for their second team. He was a coach at youth and reserve team level. I don't want to take any chances with Zimas. He's so important to them. This might be a bit of a dilemma for Miroslav Klose. Player they can ill afford to lose. Seems okay. The best start to the game for him. A yellow card and an injury in the opening few minutes. He's back with us. Stark. Jurasek's delivery. He's back after a forearm fracture, ruined the start of his season. Header won by Grilic and Klozek. Czech international forward. There's another Czech, Kadajabek. Only half away, and the volley was struck well, but struck wide by Florian Grilic, who does have a flair for the spectacular. Scored from 55 metres against Köln last season, Florian Grilic. Doesn't get many. He's a scorer of great goals rather than a great goal scorer. It's Villadsen, Danish under-21 international. Very much one of the senior men in the team. Worked this well. Emreli trying to turn. He ended up running into his own man. Yilmaz. Pretty calmly done by Castro. They've only ever won once at Hoffenheim, that was 12 years ago. In their second ever meeting in the DFB Pokal, his Justvan ran out of room, Julian Justvan, but it's going to be a corner to Nuremberg. Played in the first round for Hoffenheim and scored the decisive penalty in the shootout as they made progress against Würzburger kickers, but Hoffenheim sold him to Nuremberg. To punish them this evening. It's all a bit awkward. It nearly fell for Yanda. It's Knocker. Followed by Villadsen, but he's got that all wrong. It's time from Norgeland. Denmark that's famous for developing young talent. Methodical in their build-up. Really determined run. Bulsa run, away by Knocker, but not very far. Here is Bulsa. Pushed away by Karafiat. Free kick Nuremberg's way. forceful figure. Marius Bulter. Chaves, experienced player for Hoffenheim. 238 Bundesliga appearances, all of them for the same club. The game hasn't quite settled down yet. Closer says he knows his team can cause a sensation. So Hoffenheim, of course, are good opponents and very good in transition, but he said if my players are prepared to suffer, prepared to defend a lot, we know we can hurt them. Bulter. Stark. For Tabakovic to chase. He was signed from Hertha Berlin in the summer window. Late on, he played in the first round for a different club as well. He played for Hertha against Hansa Rostock. Oh, that was a little short, but reached its target. Poguma. It's comfortable for Christian Matania. Not Poguma's best work. Teams have only ever clashed once before in this competition. It was in 2009. Hoffenheim won by 1-0. Strong play by Poguma. Here's Bulter. Aimed towards Flojek, who was signed for big money in the summer from Bayer Leverkusen. Won this competition with Bayer last term. Played in the final. Surging run and a good save by Matania. The angle was against him, but he found the target. Adam Flojek. Mr. Humji. Challenged by Vignettes, who's only 18. Yet another youngster in this Nurnberg team. He was just above Flojek. Surged through that gap, and he had two players to aim for at the far post, but he went for goal, and Matania got his positioning spot on. Got 3 goals in all competitions this season, Adam Flojek. Zimas seems okay. Here he is in the thick of the action, but he's down again. And that is a concern. Keeps going down, Zimas. Just had a little look across to the bench there. How happy is he with life at the moment? Stefanos Zimas. Justvan. Villadsen being trapped all the way and lost out. This is a storming run. Kept on going there. David Jurasek. It's a good attacking wing-back, Jurasek. Good solid challenge. Referee saw no case to answer. Emreli asking the question. Akpaguma. Slaloming run here by Grilic, but he had his pocket picked there by Kasper Janda. Here they come. Here is Janda again. Yilmaz making a run alongside him. Here is Berkay Yilmaz. Baumann can't prevent the corner. It's a determined run from Berkay Yilmaz. He's youth footballer under 20 level for Turkey. Clean sheets has been a major problem for Hoffenheim. They've managed just 3 in their last 42 competitive games. One of those was at the weekend against Heidenheim, a goalless draw. And a free header is wide of the target from Zimas, and he knows what a big opportunity that was. Got that all wrong. Stefanos Zimas. Pellegrino Matarazzo believes his team is on the right track. He said there's always room for improvement. You can see we're taking steps in all phases of the game. He has been quite open about the rumours around his job security. Defended his record and the record of his players. Here's Klozek. It's an awkward one. It will be a corner. Tabakovic moving in on it. And Nurnberg did just enough. That's where he's dangerous, Klozek. Just pulling into those wider areas to do damage. He's very mobile. Appreciated the service. Will be Tuhumji to take. Only 20, German under 21 international. Tuhumji takes the low roads, changing the angle of attack. It's only halfway, and the effort from Kadajabek is comfortable for Matania. Scored since matchday 33 of last season in the Bundesliga. Might have just flicked the post had Matania not got there. Options here, and a nifty turn and a really good effort from Kastrop. He scored in that hammering of Regensburg at the weekend, and Jens Kastrop. An opportunity here. Zimas, who found him, twinkle toe play to make the angle. That was close. Former Fortuna Düsseldorf youngster Kastrop. Then he went to Köln, and now he's with Nurnberg. He's played a lot since arriving. It's his 76th Nurnberg game tonight. Kadajabek and Yilmaz coming into contact. Tabakovic says that Nurnberg will always have a special place in his heart. His son was born there, spent over a decade with the club. So there on that, Matania chose to punch. I'm not quite sure why. It's worked out well. Zimas has lost it. Hoffenheim without a goal in their last two games. A 2-0 defeat at Porto in the Europa League, then that goalless draw on Sunday. Zimas has got options here. And he went the other way than I expected. I thought he was going to go to the left, but chose the central option. And Oliver Baumann, the captain's not happy here. He's been talking a lot about an improvement in the defending. So there's been a clear upward trend in terms of not just our defending, but our build-up play as well. So the game at Hoffenheim was the kind of match they might have lost previously. He did make a really important save in that game. Keep the score at 0-0. He's been rewarded for his long service as a Bundesliga goalkeeper with his first cap for Germany recently. Quarter of the game gone. Not too much to spook the two goalkeepers. Day before Halloween. Knocker finding vignettes, is a Nurnberg youth product. Nurnberg fans have been terrific so far. Miroslav Klose, ahead of this game, said they've been tremendous, and the way they support us at home and away gives my young team a real feeling of euphoria. So they've backed us from day one. It does feel like a new project for Nurnberg with all of these young players. Here's Grilic, swept away comfortably by Karafiat. He's one of the older players in the team, Andre Karafiat. Bulter, it's a great ball in. Tabakovic with the turn, and Kadajabek leaning back has fired over the top. That's one of the best chances so far. Great work from Bulter. Tabakovic did everything he could do. It was always going over the top as soon as you saw Pavel Kadajabek's body shape. Had a lot of players between him and the goal, to be fair. Maybe not the man you want that chance to fall to. Yilmaz, here's Castro. Here's Robin Knocker, hugely experienced, 33rd DFB Pokal game for him tonight. From Union, played in European football on several occasions. Hoffenheim ahead on the shot count, ahead in terms of possession and winning the physical battle as well so far. But they don't have a goal to show for it. Isaac Baguma. It's a nice idea, goalkeepers come here, and Matania got the ball, and it will be a corner, but nothing more than that. Matania is claiming he was caught there, but it was a rather bold decision to come and dive at Tahumji's feet there, I thought. Tuhumji's favourite to get there first, and just wonder if Tuhumji slowed down a bit there, knowing the goalkeeper was coming. Just there. Was caught, but there's no doubt Matania gets the ball. I don't think he can really complain now, Matania. This is 156th game for Nurnberg, the former Hamburg goalkeeper. Waiting with pace, flicked on, it's loose, and it is squeezed in by Tabakovic. His incredible record in the DFB Pokal continues. 4 goals now in 6 games in this competition. And Hoffenheim do get the goal that their early dominance perhaps deserves. Only half away. The flick on at the near post caused all kinds of problems, and Tabakovic showing the touch of a goal poacher. Matania couldn't quite get enough on it. And Nurnberg will be so disappointed, I think, with the nature of that goal conceded. They've only kept 1 clean sheet all season. Miroslav Klose's men. And it's another game without a shutout for their club. Hoffenheim will feel that's a goal that has been coming, but they haven't made clear-cut chances up until now. He just wants a word with Matania and Tabakovic. Scored bucket loads of goals for Hertha Berlin, especially in the first half of 2024. Tabakovic, 25 goals in 39 games for the capital club. Let's see why Hoffenheim brought him in. Hoffenheim had to act after losing their most powerful offensive weapons in Maximilian Bayer. Made a move to Borussia Dortmund. In Adam Plojek and Tabakovic. Andre Kramaric, their record scorer. He is only on the bench tonight. Might not need him. It's a long way to go. Foul by Emreli. Towards the half-hour mark. It's the first of 3 home games in 8 days for Hoffenheim. Take on St. Pauli next in the Bundesliga, then they've got Lyon here in the Europa League. Tuhumji. Wasted a long time for that to come down. Nurnberg nearly picked his pocket there, and actually it's a card coming out of the pocket for Tuhumji. Caught there. He fouled 2 of them. He didn't get it for the first challenge, which is drag back. He definitely got it for the second. Was in the books of Freiburg at one stage, and at Tuhumji. Joined at 13. Says Hoffenheim now means a lot to him as a club. When he first made the move, it was tough being away from his family. He said that the boarding school he was at, he would often call in sick on a Monday, spend more time with the family. Here's Bulta. Tabakovic is in again. Tabakovic! And the angle was against him. Matania springing into action. Really good work from Bulta, who's been very lively so far. Tabakovic did pretty well to wrap his boots around that. He was always running away from goal. take the corner. As Hoffenheim look to take a real grip of this game. It's good shape on that. Matania came through the crowds. Grilic recycles. Paguma trying to keep it alive. It's really well seen. Starkey sniffed the danger there, dealt with it really well. It's just not quite happening in attack for his team, which is ironic considering how well they've been doing in attack in the last few games. Not only did they put 8 past Regensburg, they won the Franconian derby 4-0. Against Greuther Fürth. A huge result that was. Here's Bulter, he'll go for goal, and by his standards that was a poor effort, barely got going. Here's Jurasek. Brilliantly done, and a wonderful cross, and headed away by Robin Knocker. Tabakovic has his head in his hands because he knows what a good delivery that was from Jurasek, who has a lovely left foot. Capable of that, Jurasek. Joined the club from Benfica. Joined midway through last season. Whips the ball in beautifully from wide areas. Yilmaz. Been a lack of punch so far from Nurnberg. They've struggled to find the front two, who are in terrific form. Jurasek took a chance there. He's the one who's been caught, but he's got away with one there in the sense that he could easily have lost that ball. And it's going to be a yellow card for a pumped up Julian Justvan. He was asked about whether he had extra motivation ahead of tonight, try and prove a point to Hoffenheim. He said that wasn't the case, but he said this is the Pokal and anything can happen. He's in terrific form. He's been involved in 7 goals in the last 3 matches. He's got a hat-trick, that 8-3 win against Regensburg, but we've barely seen him tonight. Paguma. Tabakovic has covered more ground than any player on the pitch so far. He scored the only goal of the game so far. Just 2 goal attempts from Nurnberg so far. It's a shot over the top by Kastrop and the header wide by Zimas. Apart from that, they've created nothing. There is still time. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Here's Jelch. It's a really good run, but the finish didn't match it. Might not be surprised to learn, having just seen that he's never scored a senior goal. He is very early in his journey. Bulter. There is Emreli, 50 caps for Azerbaijan. Joined in the summer from Dinamo Zagreb. Lost out there, Hoffenheim, and Justvan spreading the play. And the shot driven in by Zimas, and Baumann to the rescue. That was a sharp save. He really caught that, the teenager. Good save by the German international. There's a yellow card flash there by the referee, you might have noticed. I think that was towards Anton Stark, but we'll get confirmation of that for you. Well, we assume maybe a foul in the lead up to that chance for Zimas. Change the angle of attack here. A dangerous ball in, and how did that go wide? Akpaguma looked very uncomfortable. They worked this brilliantly, and this ball has such pace. Essentially nodded it off Knoka's face and behind. That could have gone anywhere off Knoka. Bizarre moment that was. Here's Chaves, Brazilian, summer signing, Artur Chaves, Viseu in Portugal. He's a Brazilian player. Just confirmation of that yellow card for Anton Stark. Kadajabek. It's a good scrap between those two, Berke Yilmaz and Pavel Kadajabek. He's from a footballing family, Pavel Kadajabek. His grandfather Václav played for Sparta Prague. Cheaply. Frustration for Zimas. There's been talk of whether Nurnberg would be able to keep him beyond this season. It's been widely reported there's a permanent buy option of 18 million euros, but that might prove a bit too rich for Nurnberg. Emreli. Villadsen, that's a good ball. Hoffenheim were at full stretch there. There's Villadsen again. Moving towards the final 5 minutes of normal time in the first half. We'll have a fair bit of additional time, I would think. Zimas had that injury problem early on. Repeating that Nurnberg have scored 15 times across their last 3 matches. They've scored 23 goals overall in the league this term. Currently 8th in Bundesliga 2. If you don't watch Bundesliga 2, by the way, I would highly recommend it. It is one of the craziest leagues you'll ever see. All kinds of scorelines, all kinds of stories, ups, downs. Generally, a few weeks out from the end of the season, have very little idea who's going up and very little idea who's going down, because they're all bunched together. Terrific league. Some huge clubs in it as well, when you bear in mind that Hamburg are in it, Schalke are in it, Nuremberg as well. Fortuna Düsseldorf, the leaders. Nuremberg were the dominant force in German football in the 1920s. They were crowned as national champions 5 times in that decade. Won 9 league titles in all, but the last of those was in 1968. That's why Anton Stach got the yellow card. Took his protests a little too far. Two yellow cards apiece. It's not really been that bad-tempered a game. The referee's taking no messing tonight. Cheaply. Comfortably by the visitors as Yander gets them moving. Jeltsch. Here is Knocker, who has won this trophy with Wolfsburg moons ago. It was a bit short. Akpaguma had to suddenly react there as he had Emreli barreling towards him. A few signs that Nurnberg are starting to make inroads. It's a good spell for them. Villadsen's throw. I think Justvan was expecting Emreli to have made the run beyond him, and that never happened. It's a really nice touch by Tabakovic. But short that. Grilic, and he's floundering here. But Justvan couldn't quite make anything happen. Behind you. And now the flag does go up. It was all a bit chaotic there, and Emreli thought he was away. Bench far from happy. Let's have a look. It's a foul. It is a foul, not once but twice. Like 90 seconds of normal time in the first half. Usually goals when Hoffenheim play at home in the DFB POKAL. There have been at least 4 goals in their last 6 home games in the competition. Bizarrely, in those 6 games, they've won 5-1 3 times. They've also lost 4-1. So the scoring may well not be finished. From a neutral point of view, let's hope not. And Paguma. Kadajabek, early cross, way well. Rafiat did really well there to judge it. It's Berkay Yilmaz. Worked this well. Just moving the pieces around. Kastrop's had a nice first half. He's knitted the play together well so far. There's real energy about him. Potential. Here he is again. It's great football from Nurnberg. Yander. Now Villadsen. Neatly done, and the chance here for Jeltsch. It's over the top. What a lovely move. Jeltsch denied by a determined challenge, but that's probably the best move of the match from either team so far. Gorgeous football. Zach Paguma, I think, who got the touch over the top. Has to be Yander to take. Lots of air on that. Rafiat was the target. He's kept it in. Hoffenheim did not look secure there. We're only going to have 2 minutes of added time. A little surprised by that, given the long injury break while Zimas got some treatment. Villadsen's done well there. Yander. Nurnberg have really played their way into this as the half has worn on. Yilmaz. Determined play from Kaderabek, who's one of the most experienced wing-backs in German football. It's a nice turn by Zimas, but the angle was against him, but he kept it in. Justvan was coming in there. Karafiat's effort, that's blocked. Nurnberg on the charge here. They don't want half-time to come. Hoffenheim look as if they need a breather. Yanda. Jelch. Justvan, quite aware of what was around him, I don't think. With the switch, it's a really good one and a great first touch as well, and Tabakovic had it taken away and I think fouled his man anyway. He looks a little confused. That's okay. That's the foul. But it is Tabakovic's goal that separates the teams at half-time. At that stage, Hoffenheim probably warranted that goal, but since then Nurnberg have threatened. It's a lively game so far, separated by one goal. Hoffenheim 1, Nurnberg 0. Well, it was a slow start from both teams really, but Hoffenheim had a good spell. They scored their goal and Nurnberg then improved. Of course, some problems. Christian Matania beaten from close range by Tabakovic. But he didn't have a huge amount to do. They weren't under siege really at any stage. And whereas at one stage the shot count was very much in Hoffenheim's favour, it was 8-6 by the end of the half, as you can see. Hoffenheim with 4 of those 8 efforts on target, the majority of the challenges, but Nurnberg played some lovely stuff towards the end of the half. Couldn't quite find a way through. Oliver Baumann with one terrific save to keep Hoffenheim in front. Adam Plojek has threatened fitfully. This was an effort where the angle was always against him, and Matania able to make the stop. That was a lovely turn from Jens Kastrop, who's had some super touches in the game. And he just couldn't get over the top of that. Miroslav Klose appreciating the effort. And here was the goal, a set piece flicked on. And Tabakovic doing what all good strikers should do, sniffing out the opportunity. And he had just about enough force on it to beat the goalkeeper. And that was Hoffenheim 1-0 up in the midst of what was a good spell for them at that stage. Pellegrino Matarazzo against his former club, and they lead. Hoffenheim 1, Nurnberg 0.
One competition, so many stories, dramatic moments, future superstars who took their first steps in the DFB Pokal, and remarkable cup nights. The DFB Pokal, simply special. This is why we love football. Back in 2003, Hoffenheim were still non-league minnows from a small village, but in the dressing room they had good reason to celebrate and knew how to party. The coach was the life and soul of it, Hansi Flick, future treble winner and German national team coach. This is where he kick-started a stellar career. In the round of 16 against Bayer Leverkusen, Hoffenheim were ready to shine and produce their finest hour to date, an exhilarating performance and 3-2 victory that left Leverkusen stunned. Hansi Flick and Hoffenheim celebrated an almighty cup shot in 2003. the 23rd of May 1992. A remarkable day and a final to remember in Berlin. Second tier Hannover 96 took on overwhelming favourites Borussia Mönchengladbach. Goalless after 120 minutes, the final would be decided by a penalty shootout, where Chaves was the hero of the hour, saving 2 spot kicks at the Olympiastadion. For the first time ever in the DFB Pokal, a second division side lifted the prestigious trophy. Befittingly, the celebrations started in the stadium, carried on into the dressing room, and continued the next day, together with 50,000 fans at the City Hall in Hanover. An outpouring of collective joy in Bochum, and Manuel Riemann was at the heart of it. After all, it was the extrovert keeper who got the party started at the Ruhrstadion. Just before the final whistle, the shot-stopper was brought on specifically for the penalty shootout. He would prove the match winner, but not because of his saves.
Bochum 1 kick away from winning the tie. It all comes down to goalkeeper Manuel Riemann, and he scores the decisive penalty.
An incredible night in Bochum, a night only the DFB Pokal can create. The dressing room in Ulm after a record-breaking afternoon. It was the first round of the 2001-2002 season. Bundesliga outfit Nurnberg travelled to 5th tier Ulm, and the 5,000 fans inside the Donaustadion witnessed a match that would enter the DFB Pokal history books. Non-League Ulm were on an equal footing, 1-1 the score at half-time. But when Ulm legend Dragan Trikuja made it 2-1 from the spot, the celebrations knew no bounds. A side from the 5th tier had beaten one from the Bundesliga, a unique feat in the DFB Pokal. If Germany internationals are walking to the game, it has to be the DFB Pokal. Bastian Schweinsteiger helped out with the Bayern reserves in the first round in summer 2004. The visitors and clear favourites were Borussia Mönchengladbach. But this was still Bayern, and Schweinsteiger and co had lofty ambitions. The opener from Jungwirth was cancelled out when Gladbach equalised in the 85th minute. The game went to penalties. Bayern coaching legend Hermann Gerland and Schweinsteiger, who'd been subbed off, could only look on in hope. It was a shootout full of tension and emotion, the excitement such that you could barely watch. After 18 penalties, the hero in Munich was keeper Michael Rensing. Bayern's under-23s had dumped Gladbach out of the competition. In the thick of it was Bastian Schweinsteiger, who 10 years later would lead Germany to World Cup glory. The showpiece event in 1973, to this day one of the most dramatic and storied DFB Pokal finals ever. Borussia Mönchengladbach against FC Köln. In the squad that day, but surprisingly only on the bench, was Gladbach's superstar Günter Netzer. He was leaving for Real Madrid at the end of the season. And the plan by Gladbach's illustrious coach Hennes Weisweiler seemed to be working. Herbert Wimmer made it 1-0 to the Folds. But the Billy Goats struck back before half-time. There were no more goals in the second half, but cometh extra time, cometh Netzer's legendary intervention. After a brief word with his teammates, Netzer decided to bring himself on as a sub, informing coach Weisweiler in the process. And he was centre of attention almost immediately. In the 3rd minute of extra time, Netzer scored the winner, achieving immortal status in his last game for Gladbach. The stadium was practically empty. After all, it was only Stuttgart's under-23 side. They were playing host to Eintracht Frankfurt though, and the 1,700 or so present would never ever forget what they witnessed. Stuttgart's second-string side, led by the excellent Alexander Hleb, later of Arsenal and Barcelona fame, didn't just win, they ripped the favourites from Frankfurt apart. It finished 6-1. Frankfurt's fans were so fed up, they'd switch sides by the end, ironically cheering for the underdog. The biggest ever victory by a third-tier side against a Bundesliga outfit. The Stadion an der Alten Fürsterei, a temple to football culture. Nowadays, the home of Union Berlin is an established Bundesliga stadium. In 2001, the team from the suburb of Köpenick were in the 3rd division, but the stadium could produce a magical atmosphere nonetheless. Second-tier Oberhausen, Fürth and Ulm had all been given short shrift. Then, Bochum of the Bundesliga were sent packing in the quarter-finals. And after a penalty shootout victory over Borussia Mönchengladbach in the semis, there was no holding back in Eastern Berlin. Third-tier Union had reached the final of the DFB Pokal, a miraculous achievement. At the Olympiastadion, though, Schalke proved a bridge too far, winning the cup thanks to a 2-0 victory. But Union's devoted, football-mad fans still hailed their heroes. Football culture at its best. This is why we love football.
Erster Versuch, 29, nicht schlecht. Dennis, bist du bereit? 29 gilt es zu schlagen. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Freunde, das sieht gar nicht mal schlecht aus. Minus 32. Let's go. Lass mal sehen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Ich würde sagen, da du aktuell der Führende bist, darf Linus direkt seinen dritten Versuch nachschießen. Linus? Dennis führt, immer noch 32 Minuten zu schlagen. Ich würde sagen, dein dritter Versuch. Lass mal sehen. Auf geht's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 29 zu 32. Dennis, ich würde mal sagen, absolut souveräne Vorstellung. Linus kommt zu uns. Natürlich herzlichen Glückwunsch zu Rang 2 an dich. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Trikot kriegst du direkt gleich übergeben. Kramaric oder Pass, wer dir lieber?
Eigentlich beide, aber ich glaube Kramaric ist am Goat.
Am Goat führt kein Weg vorbei, würde ich auch mal sagen. Jungs, vielen Dank fürs Mitmachen. Viel Spaß mit unserem Preis. Und wir blicken an die Highlights der ersten 45 Minuten.
Welcome back to our coverage of this DFB POKAL second round tie between Hoffenheim and Nurnberg. 1 goal in that first half scored by Hoffenheim's Tabakovic. I can tell you that neither team have made a substitution at the break, so it'll be the same 22 players that started the first half that start the second. So far so good for Pellegrino Matarazzo. Miroslav Klose has to find the answers. Doesn't look happy. His team does still have time to turn this back around. No changes to either lineup at half-time. They're hoping that they can launch a comeback. They had goals to spare at the weekend as they put 8 past Jan Regensburg. They need 1 at least to avoid being dumped out of the DFB POKAL in the second round stage. They are used to comebacks this season. They've come from behind to win 3 times. Bundesliga 2 this term. So it's not beyond them. It's the talented Castro. It was a loose touch by Emreli, who really struggled to get into the game in the first half. I hear Emreli has scored in his last couple of games. Chaves upended. It's really caught the eye tonight, Jens Castro. He's already got a fair bit of experience at the age of just 21. Hoffenheim, as things stand, on course for the last 16. They've had 21 previous campaigns in this competition, and in a third of those they've gone as far as the quarter-finals, but they have never gone past that stage. Last season they were beaten at this stage by Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund already out of this year's competition. Beaten last night by Wolfsburg. A good start to the season for the black and yellows. Now there's a bit of space opened up. Istvan darting into it. Big chance here and a fabulous finish. Mahir Emreli scores for a 3rd match running. And Nurnberg with just the start they wanted to the second half. Full of goals in recent weeks, Miroslav Klose's men have struck again. Space opened up there. That pass from Yanda. And it's yet another assist for Julian Justvan. Finding Emreli. That's a gorgeous finish from the Azerbaijan international. Goalkeeper got a touch, but it was not enough. And we said they've had some comebacks this season. There's another one in the making here. Mahir Emreli. Finished the half really well. Disappointed, I think, that half-time whistle to go, because they were on top at that stage. And it's yet another game without a clean sheet for Hoffenheim. That's now 3 shutouts in the last 43 competitive games. It's an extraordinary record for a team of their standing. And they're back to square one. Amazing how often Julian Justvan gets in that attacking position, in that number 10 role. Chose the right pass. It's well won by Kadajabek. We do have to have a result tonight, so we could have Extra time, we could have penalties. These two both taken to penalties in round one. Given their busy schedule, Hoffenheim will not want extra time. And he'll be furious with the way his team has given up a goal so early in the second half. He has played against Miroslav Klose. Pellegrino Matarazzo, he says he remembers it. He's not sure Klose would. So Klose was playing for Kaiserslautern's second team. It was a 4th division match. Pellegrino Matarazzo says he fouled him quite dangerously with a high foot, picked up a yellow card. He said Klose didn't complain, just got on with it. He stared at him for a bit. So that's when he knew that he was a really good player. That inner peace, that calm professionalism. Fair to say Klose as a player got to a higher level than Matarazzo. They're at eye level as coaches here. It's loose from Stark. In the end, offside. Pellegrino Matarazzo did save Hoffenheim from relegation a couple of seasons ago. They qualified for Europe last term in rather dramatic fashion. Won their final 2 games, 6-0 against Darmstadt and then 4-2 here against Bayern. They finished 7th, which was enough for a place in the Europa League. Forward by Yanda. Over the space here for Zimas. And he's got away here, but that was an excellent recovery. Chaves did well. It's a little tight, but Baumann away. Seen Emreli score. Zimas has threatened the front two. He's been doing so much damage of late. Looking really lively. There's a real calm about Nurnberg. There's a belief about them. They were outplayed really in the first half hour, but since then, found another gear. Emreli, Zimas, Emreli. Lovely football, and the shot was comfortable in the end for Baumann. Hugely experienced Oliver Baumann. It's his 378th game for Hoffenheim in all competitions. He's got 469 Bundesliga games to his name with several clubs. Chaves. Delivery to the front players will have to be better than that. It's Kuntai very much in the balance now. Tania is the backup goalkeeper for Nurnberg. Round 1, he's replaced Jan Reichert, who has been a regular goalkeeper in Bundesliga 2. He's got a fair bit of Bundesliga experience, Matania. Forward by Knocker. Worked this well. Here's Emreli. Yelch forward from the back, and what a lovely spin! Good save by Baumann. Kastrop again causing problems. Yilmaz. Here's Yanda. Central midfield duo, Kasper Yanda and Jens Kastrop. 21 years old each. And both of them really catching the eye tonight. They've given the ball away cheaply. Klozek, a lot of space to move into, nobody's engaged him. He'll win a corner, but nothing more than that. Jelch finding his man, what a good turn that was. Did the reaction. It's Castro, not for the first time tonight. Impressing. Of course, problems from set plays already tonight. That's where the goal came from. Lots of air on that from Tahumju, too much air on it. It'll be a goal kick. It's been a slow burner, but it's at a very nice temperature. Two teams that seem evenly matched at present. Nurnberg actually ahead of Hoffenheim on the shot count now. It's a big mismatch in the home side's favour early on. Well, that was a bit of a drag back there. The referee was happy to play on. Klozek. Brilliant run. Kaderabek. Tabakovic off the post. Very deliberate effort. Now Jurasek, Tabakovic, Jurasek. Pressure's back on. Set up for the long-range drive, wide of the target. Slozek's burst in the first place, cross-took a deflection, and Tabakovic knows exactly what he's doing there. And off the post with Matania beaten. Nearly had his second goal of the night. Fine margins. Places international football for Bosnia-Herzegovina. Now it's Tabakovic. Nurnberg, the first ever winners of the DFB POKAL all the way back in 1935. They've won the tournament 4 times in all, the most recent of those 2007. And under pressure here, it's another good run by Tabakovic, and the layoff's good too. Kaderabek was coming in. Really nice move, just too much on the cross in the end. You can see what they were trying to do. Hoffenheim just trying to reassert themselves after being pegged back so early in the half. Nurnberg not easy to knock over on the road. They've only lost twice away from home this season, at Karlsruhe pretty early in the season, and then they lost to Hanover. Here's Kaderabek. He will get there. Ahead of Karafiat. Chaves to Stark. Jurasek. Hoffenheim do have some quality to come off the bench, the likes of Andre Kramaric. Trying to get through without needing him. He's not had many chances to rest this season, neither for club nor country. He's racked up 100 caps for Croatia. Klozek started to get into the game a bit more, but then he's given that away cheaply. Villadsen did well. And the referee, he played advantage there. Villadsen was taken out. And he did the right thing, Timo Gerak, just to see if that would develop. Taken out by Klozek. Yanda couldn't make anything of it. Approaching the hour mark in southern Germany. The Zinsheim showdown in round 2 of the DFB Pokal. This little surge by Gustvan. Castro. Emreli has kept it in. Only half away, it dropped kindly, and the shot from Yanda was absolutely flying. And he's knocked Paguma over. Referee had to stop the play because if he suspects it's a head injury, he's got to. But look at this technique from Yanda. That's absolutely motoring. And Paguma took one for the team there. Poof. Right in the face. The arm went up straight away. It was on both Schalke and Dortmund's books at various stages, Kasper Yanda. Mentions that Hoffenheim would like to get through with that Kramaric, but going to bring him on. Look at this move. Really well worked. Found the pocket of space, and then Gustvan finds Emreli, and Emreli gets that chance because of his movement. His first ever shot in the DFB Pokal. It brings him his first ever goal in the competition. He showed his quality with that goal. Super movement. And here's the change. Marius Bülter makes way, and the club's record scorer is introduced. Andre Kramaric. 137 goals in all competitions. He's got a great record in this competition. He's got 10 goals in 15 games. Yilmaz. That's nearly done by Yilmaz. He's still going. Grilic for company. They've given away a corner that they didn't really need to give away. Grilic is saying to his teammate, why didn't you just let it run? Ball was going out. Miscommunication. Grilic had taken control of that situation. Paguma back with us. How clear-headed is he? This might tell us, this corner for Nurnberg. Goalkeeper comes through a crowd, didn't get very far. Rafiel trying to keep it. Nurnberg are getting on with it. They believe that something's on here. It's a really good game. Bubbling with possibilities. Grilic, Kramaric. Here is the Croatian, recently brought up his 100th appearance for his nation. They've nearly let in Zimas there. Grilic. Space for Kramaric, who will drift, he will move, he will look for pockets of space all over the pitch. Miroslav Klose described him as a fantastic player. As the shot's driven goalwards and brilliantly touched over the bar by Matania. He had to really watch that from Tuhumcu. Look at the way this moves. It's good goalkeeping there. Swerving all over the place, and Matania with a good firm push over the top. He's never scored in the Bundesliga, Tuhumcu, and he's never scored in the DFB Pokal either. Tuhumcu's delivery. Trying to prevent the corner. Paguma, who was down. It's going to be another corner. Tuhumcu to deliver. 25 minutes of normal time left. It's a deep one, and actually that ball went out of play, I think, on its way over. It curled out and came back in. There in the end. I'm not sure what Matania was thinking there. To be careful with that, Matania and Carafia, because there's an argument to say Matania had taken that. I've seen that a couple of times recently. He was very defensive about his players in talking about last season. He said we played the 4th best season in Hoffenheim's history in what was a turbulent environment, qualified for the Europa League having been nearly relegated the season before. Said I think there's been a lack of appreciation of what these boys have achieved. Said it's a team with power and conviction, with character, determination, a will to win. He's also bristled at suggestions that the amount of money spent on the squad in the summer should lead to unfair pressure on the players. Did Tabakovic foul his man? He did, according to the assistant referee. Justva. Again, they play really tidy football at times in midfield. You can see what Miroslav Klose is trying to do. He's got a lot of young players in this team. Might take a while to get there. Here's Kramaric. Tuhumcu had to get rid of that quickly. It's Tabakovic. Chaves. Kramaric. Easily cleared. Hoffenheim trying to build up ahead of steam here. Chaves. Kadajabek. Being tracked all the way. Played the early cross, brilliant layoff, shot charged down. Klose still going. Well, the referee was rather in the way, and the shot is tame. Kramaric just saying to the referee, "Can you not stand there, please?" And Tuhumcu's effort was one that lacked venom. Klose had a couple of goes at this. And just watch the referee's position when this comes back. Difficult. His team starting to come under pressure here, Miroslav Klose. Chaves. Asking the question. Emreli working hard. He wasn't always referred to as Mahir Emreli. Was previously Mahir Matadov, but switched to using his mother's name after a dispute with his father. We're going to see a change here, and another in-form player, Lukas Schleimer, who scored in his last 2 games. He's going to come on for Zimaus, who hasn't quite been able to make the same impact in the second half. So Lukas Schleimer, his Nurnberg youth products, comes on. He's not a regular goal scorer. He's only got 12 in 85 Nuremberg games, but he scored in the last 2. But his first job will be to defend as we tick into the final 20 minutes of normal time. Good curl on that, and the header is wide. Did it come off a Nuremberg player? Again, Tabakovic appreciates the delivery. Does give them an aerial option. Haris Tabakovic. Post with a header. Chaves making a nuisance of himself here. Trying to put off Yanda. Lots of pace on that ball in, and there it is! It is Artur Chaves who strikes on his DFB POKAL debut. And it is once again a set play that has undone Nuremberg. Bright moment for him. His first goal as a Hoffenheim player. And he got there ahead of the goalkeeper, ahead of his defender. Look at the way he breaks away from Yanda. Too strong for him. It was Chaves and Yanda who were spoken to by the referee before the set play was taken. And Artur Chaves gives Hoffenheim the lead. And a couple of changes here. You see Mergim Berisha come on for Hlojek. He's not long returned to the squad after a suspension, which was an internal club suspension for poor behaviour towards the coach, Pellegrino Matarazzo. Wasn't happy with the early substitution that he suffered in the recent defeat to Werder Bremen. And it was his reaction to that, not only on the day, but in the days following. We saw him removed from the squad for a few games. The other change, by the way, Tom Bischoff on for Grilic. Bischoff just 19 years of age. The winner recently of the prestigious Fritz Walter medal, given to some of the best young players coming through the ranks in German football. Yilmaz. Nuremberg have got to do it all again. Artur Chaves with the goal. Hoffenheim have scored both of their goals from corners. Been ahead on the shot count. And since Nuremberg equalised, they have slowly but surely moved through the gears. But here's Justvan. What we do know is that Nuremberg won't give up. Header away by Akpaguma. Kramaric will collect. Miroslav Klose, the Nuremberg coach, I think will be so disappointed with the fact that his team have given away 2 goals from corners. Not been played off the park tonight, if anything. Nurnberg have probably played the more attractive football, but been undone on the basics. Here is Menegin Berisha. He apologised to both Pellegrino Matarazzo and to the other players. A second half sub at the weekend as Kadajabek wins that corner, moving towards the final quarter of an hour. Well, they've timed it for Tom Bischoff to take that corner. Might be a bit early to ask for his shirt. I think he needs it. On again, way by Kastrop. He wasn't quite aware of his surroundings there, Kastrop. Quarter of an hour to go. Hoffenheim looking to reach the round of 16. Pellegrino Matarazzo said it is the fastest way to a trophy. 6 games. Be a third of the way there if they come through this. Dortmund already out. Leipzig through, Leverkusen through. Bayern well on their way. Round of 16 will be played in the first week of December. Here's Justvan. He's kept it moving. Oh, there were gaps there. Yanda through the middle. And Jelch rather got that all wrong. Hasn't all been smooth sailing for Miroslav Klose as a coach. Before he joined Nurnberg, he lasted less than a season with the Austrian side Rheindorf-Altach. Worked as a youth coach with Bayern München. If they do go out tonight, they'll take some positives from it. Some of the football they've played against the Bundesliga team, but they have work to do defensively, which is something I think they knew coming into this game. But Klose has been talking about how exciting it is to have strength in depth in almost every position. So we've got a really high level in training. So competition for places makes my heart beat faster as a coach. Here's Bischoff. Will be a corner. Villadsen working hard. Has been rather unhelpfully described, Tom Bischoff, as the new Mario Götze. Was Hoffenheim's youngest ever starter when he played his first game for them from the beginning. It's loose, it's all a bit of a mess. Kadajabek shot charged down. Again, at a set piece, Nurnberg having all kinds of problems. Here's Justvan. Where's that going to drop? Goalkeeper very calm indeed, but now what? I think he realised putting that ball out was the best thing to do. Going down the line, a risk he didn't need to take. Karafiat. Schleimer. Can Nuremberg fashion another opportunity in this game, having equalised so early in the half? Brought by Yanda. It's a really solid game in midfield, but he was beaten to it by Chaves for what could be the winner. Here's Sakpaguma. carried that ball a long way, and then Kramaric was offside by the time he played it. He's just saying to Abaguma, play me in earlier. Miroslav Klose is going to make changes to try and rescue this. Too strong there, Bischoff. That was excellent from him. Kramaric. Bischoff. Kaderabek. Now Kramaric, moving towards the final 10. How bold will Hoffenheim be as they chase? Third goal, and the header just lacked venom. I thought for a moment that was arcing towards the top corner, but Atenia are able to grab it. It's another good run by Yanda. Given away cheaply though. Stark. Tabakovic through the middle. He's laid it off brilliantly, and Atenia to the rescue to deny Berisha. Great touch by Tabakovic. He's had a really good game. Still haven't made these changes, Nurnberg. Presumably won't want to make them at a corner. But time is the enemy for them. Well, Emreli is going to come off. He got the equaliser to continue his personal scoring streak. Is Raphael Lubach who replaces him. German youth international, who did score in his debut actually against Schalke. Guided away as far as Jurasek. Wind up the left boot again. It's another excellent cross. Chaves, who's on a brace potentially, kept it alive. The referee will stop it because of the clash of heads between Knocker and Chaves. Oh yeah, it's not fun for anybody. That goal against Schalke that he scored in his debut will be all the more sweet because he was signed from Dortmund. The other change, Yannick Hofmann is on to replace Oliver Villadsen. Hofmann is a Nurnberg youth product. He's only 22. It's his DFB Pokal debut tonight. Chaves ready to return to the action, it seems. Time is running out for their club. Justvan. He's never stopped running tonight. Julian Justvan. That's only half away. And an opportunity here, driven in with pace. Well away by Kaderabek, who come across to cover. Yanda. Hofmann. It's too close to Baumann. Just take his time. Seven minutes of normal time remain. A bit loose that. Artur Chaves, I think, can be pretty pleased with his night's work. DFB Pokal debut, first goal in the competition. Every 9 out of 10 passes he's hit. Came in from Portuguese football, signed from Viseu. We're going to see the young defender Tim Drexler come in for Anton Stark. That makes sense when you bear in mind that Stark is on a yellow card. Played a lot of football recently. Tim Drexler, who has had a couple of scary moments this season. comes on. He's a German youth international, just 19. Came through the youth ranks at Hoffenheim. That's a straight change at centre-back. We've got high hopes for him. And another change by Nurnberg. It is Duman who's come on. He's got a good record in the Cup, Duman. He's got 5 goals in 8 games. He's come on for Jens Kastrup. Lubak. Duman's first touch. Hofmann. All the substitutes combining there. Nurnberg have won a corner. Certainly played their part tonight, the second tier side. They still believe. Play by Tabakovic. That was a rather casual ball forward, nearly found Kramaric. Needed covering that from Hofmann. To the final 5 in southern Germany, and a place in the last 16 at stake. At the moment, that place belongs to Hoffenheim. Nürnberg still have the chance to take it from them. Yilmaz overrun that. It's a clear foul by Tabakovic. Maybe rather got away with that. Lubak, it's a heavy first touch. Drops a bit deep here, Hoffenheim. You just see Tuhumji there saying, come on, let's get up. It's only natural towards the end of a game, but the last thing they want to do is invite Nürnberg back into this. It's given away really cheaply. Kramaric with the big switch, and that's neatly dealt with. Yelch. Baguma was aggressive and it worked out. Kramaric, no flag. Andre Kramaric to try and finish it. It's Kramaric, and the goalkeeper responded well. Chasing his 11th goal in this competition. What is only his 16th game. 5 goals in the league this season. Andre Kramaric. He's got 120 goals in the Bundesliga down the years. Bad for a guy who was only a fringe player at Leicester City when he came to Hoffenheim in the first place. Came to Zinsheim and never left. Here's Yanda. It's a great run. Kasper Yanda. Was he taken out? Referee plays advantage. And he does give the free kick for the initial offence. That's interesting. He played that advantage for quite a long time. There was the second foul anyway. But Timo Gerak has given that free kick right in the middle. Second foul here on Hofmann. But he's actually given it for the original foul on Yanda. This is the one. So he's taken out by Baguma. He lets it run. And then he pulls it back. So Nürnberg are going to have themselves a late opportunity here from a really promising position. Duman and Justvan. Battling against each other to take it. And Justvan scored a very similar free kick against Jan Regensburg at the weekend. So he's got it in his locker. Will it be the left boot of Justvan? The white boot of Duman, who will be the man. It's Justvan. Straight into the wall, the big build-up, big anti-climax, but here's Justvan again! Too much on it. Oliver Baumann will have seen his long-range shooting ability in training. He didn't do himself justice with either effort. Is that the final chance for FC? Old institution of German football, Nurnberg, but they've not been in the Bundesliga for 5 years now. It's a long time to be out of the big time. Not alone in that, of course. It's been a long time for Hamburg. Chase, Karafiak gets there. Yilmaz took on a lot there. Wins the free kick, and they've taken it quickly, but the referee wants it taken on that specific point. And now it has been 5 additional minutes. We're into the first of those. See much of Schleimer. Really had a chance to improve his goal-scoring tally. There's Yilmaz, though, the queuing up in the middle. He's kept it alive. Justvan will jump for it. Way by Kramaric, not very far. Karafiak keeps it going, looking for Hoffenheim. Borusek wins the goal kick. Have to give this largely young Nuremberg team credit for the way they've kept on pushing, kept on working, kept on believing that their football will do the trick. They've played through Hoffenheim a few times today. As things stand, it is Miroslav Klose's men who will go out of the competition. Opening up here for Yilmaz. Jarbek with him and gives away the free kick rather clumsily. He didn't need to do that. Man of his experience shouldn't be doing that. He's kept on nipping at him, Yilmaz. He's kept on running at him. He's done really well there. 19-year-old. Flashed at the Hoffenheim bench. Not entirely sure if it is Pellegrino Matarazzo, but we'll try and get confirmation of that. Justvan and Yanda are over it. This might be the last chance. It's Yanda. It's a good ball, got the flick on, and Baumann able to take it. That was a scare for Hoffenheim. It was a gorgeous ball in. It's exactly what you want. Ball whipped in towards goal with pace. He got the touch from Duman. Just bounced off Schleimer, I think, in the middle. Couldn't control it. 90 seconds of stoppage time left. Karafiak. Referee happy to play on. That ball is a long way from where Nuremberg need it to be. one back, and an opportunity here, and the flag does go up against Tabakovic. He thought he was in to back his brace, but that's not the case. So those final 30 seconds. If it's going to happen for Nurnberg, it's got to be now. Guma, and his touch. Here they come. Berisha. Oh dear. Justvan tracking back well. But it's their time. All eyes on Timo Gerak. Surely the last attack. We're beyond the 95 minutes here. Yanda. Yilmaz went down, there's the turn, referee looks, no penalty, says Timo Gerak. And is that going to be that? They've got a 4-on-3 here. Nurnberg just about got back there, but we are well into the 6th minute of additional time. Still no final whistle. Kramaric will just hold it. And it is all over, and it is Hoffenheim who reach round 3. They had to dig deep against a really enterprising young Nurnberg team. Haris Tabakovic gave Hoffenheim a deserved advantage. Mahir Emreli equalised early in the second half. And then a winning goal from an unlikely source. Artur Chaves on his DFB POKAL debut, giving us the final score of Hoffenheim 2, Nurnberg 1. And Nurnberg gave it everything, but they were undone at set plays. That's what will really upset Miroslav Klose. 2 corners undoing his team. They made opportunities, but in the end they fell short. He feels that there was grounds for a late spot kick, but it proved not to be the case. Pellegrino Matarazzo on his reunion with his old club Nurnberg makes it a happy reunion. But they did not have it all their own way tonight, but it's a 3rd straight home win in all competitions for Hoffenheim. Wins in the Europa League, the Bundesliga, and now the DFB Pokal in this stadium. Artur Chaves, the hero tonight. 23-year-old making the difference on his 5th appearance for Hoffenheim since his summer move. Miroslav Klose, I think, will be so proud of his youngsters, the way they stood up to the challenge tonight. The likes of Berkay Yilmaz, who I thought was excellent down that left-hand side. But they were undone on the basics, really. For Matarazzo, it's another important step on the road to recovery. Poor start to the season, but they're rebuilding piece by piece, brick by brick. And the travelling Nuremberg fans who arrived in Zinsheim in their thousands and thousands can be proud of what they've seen from their young team. Julian Justvan played his part, setting up that equaliser early in the second half. And in the end, it's disappointment for him. Started the DFB Pokal this season with Hoffenheim. Now he ends his journey against them. For Klose, I think it's a positive experience in general, even though his team have gone out. They wanted to progress, of course. They wanted to cause an upset. He knows there's something to work with. Experienced players got the job done. Oliver Baumann made some important saves, and Kramaric lent his intelligence to proceedings. Chaves just, I think, trying to look to see if there's a replay of his magical match-winning moment. Not perfect, still a work in progress, but Hoffenheim are through to the round of 16. They will look forward to the draw with anticipation and excitement. It's a season where they're still fighting on three fronts. They're still in with a shot of making progress in the Europa League, despite a rather patchy start. The Bundesliga, they've got work to do. Not as far away from the relegation zone as they'd like to be. It's an important step forward. A team that has played Champions League in the not-too-distant past, who have been semi-regular European contenders. If they want to move forward as a football club, this is the kind of game that they have to win on a regular basis. Come through two tight ties now against Würzburg, the Kickers, and against Nurnberg. Their club. It will be a question of concentrating on the league now. Their main aim is to get back in the Bundesliga big time. They're 8th at the moment, they're well placed if they can string a few more wins together. That dream will start to be shaped as a reality. But it is Hoffenheim who have made the progress. They go through. It's important to get some consistency here. 3 wins on the spin. Actually, in some of the games where they haven't won recently, they have still played better than they have been. Made some chances against Porto at the Dragao, especially in the first half. They got that goal to straw at Hoffenheim. That's not the easiest thing to do. And for Nurnberg, came here having scored 15 goals in the previous 3 matches, and they do play really attractive football. That's clear to see. It's just about not only doing the sparkly stuff, the exciting attacking football, it's about doing those defensive basics as well, and Pellegrino Matarazzo's men were able to exploit failures in that regard. The fans have seen enough in terms of quality and the endeavour of that performance to give their heroes the support they deserve. Miroslav Klose building something. Some of the football they played really was very special tonight. The equalising goal was excellent. There was a move late in the first half that was absolutely outstanding. But it's a brutal lesson tonight. He'll be able to call on all of his experience as a player. And he had a terrific record in this competition, actually averaged better than a goal every other game. Well, it was dead level in terms of possession. Hoffenheim had 21 shots to 14, 10 on target. Won the majority of the challenges. That was interesting all the way through tonight, really. That often it's the team that is in the second tier that wins the majority of those challenges, but Hoffenheim held their own physically tonight. And those corners, Hoffenheim racked up 10 and scored from 2. And that, in the end, proved to be the key. Time to look back on what was a really interesting game. That corner given away by Christian Matania. There was an argument to suggest that Could have been a goal kick, but it was Tahumchu's delivery, flicked on. And as it came loose, Haris Tabakovic fired in. His 4th DFB Pokal goal in only his 6th appearance in the competition. But then an equaliser early in the second half as Mahir Emreli found the bottom corner. Great work from Yusufan. Emreli had made a really good run left to right to open up that channel. And he found that bottom corner. Really neat and tidy, that goal. And at that stage, Nurnberg on the up, and you wondered if a shock was on the cards, but another corner headed in by Artur Chaves, getting in between defenders to score on his DFB Pokal debut. It's a way to ingratiate yourself with the home fans, and in the end, against his former club, Pellegrino Matarazzo's team did just enough. I've been your match commentator, Kevin Hatchard. It was an entertaining DFB Pokal tie in the final score, Hoffenheim 2, Nurnberg 1.